This didn't end in Miami because of one injury. It ended because something changed and it never came back. Because now, even after the split, Tua Tagovailoa keeps saying the right things, but somehow proving the exact opposite. And Dolphins fans are noticing. At first, it sounded like a fresh start. New team, new voice, a confident tone at his introduction with the Atlanta Falcons, talking about health, talking about love for the game. You either love it or you don't. That line was supposed to reassure people. Instead, it raised more questions. Because if you go back, not to the headlines, but to the film, the story looks very different. In Miami, the decline wasn't loud. It was subtle, quiet, but impossible to ignore. This is a quarterback who once extended plays, picked up first downs with his legs, created outside structure. Early in his career, he wasn't just operating the offense, he was adding to it. Then something shifted. Over the last 2 seasons with the Miami Dolphins, that mobility disappeared. Completely. From dozens of first downs on the ground to almost none. 1 in 14 starts last season. That's not a slump. That's a transformation, and not the kind you want. Because when a quarterback stops moving, stops creating, stops taking even controlled risks, the entire offense tightens. Windows shrink, pressure builds faster, mistakes get amplified, and that's exactly what happened. The Dolphins didn't just bench him late in the year. They turned to a 7th-round rookie. A signal, a message, a decision that told you everything without saying it out loud. They were done. But here's where the story flips. Because instead of acknowledging that shift, Tua's comments suggest something else entirely. He says his health checks out, says everything looks way better than expected, talks about embracing the physical nature of football. That's the turning point, because if he's truly healthy, then what explains the hesitation? What explains the lack of movement, the reluctance to extend plays, the visible caution that defined his final stretch in Miami? It's not physical, which means it might be something harder to fix. Confidence, instinct, trust in his own body. And in the National Football League, that difference is everything. Because you can't play quarterback halfway. You can't survive in the pocket if you don't believe you can escape it. And the Dolphins saw that. That's why they didn't just move on. They absorbed the financial hit to do it. A post-June 4th decision that spread the damage out but made the message clear. This wasn't about money. It was about direction. Now the pressure shifts to Atlanta because the Falcons aren't getting the 2023 version of Tua, the one who led the league in passing yards. They're getting a quarterback trying to prove that version still exists. And right now, even his own words are working against him because every confident statement invites the same question. If nothing's wrong, why did everything change? That's the doubt Miami walked away from. And until Tua answers it on the field, it's going to follow him everywhere.